AI. What is the AI? What is the in layman's terms? What does your AI do that you think is unique and differentiated? And why? I guess why do you think it is a competitive differentiation than some of the other guys?
Yeah, so nobody's ever done that I've seen what I'm doing with computer vision for real estate, and that's because most people think that in order to value a property, you need some kind of like software or filter or whatever that's going to go look at the comps and then do cost per square foot adjustments and then do rent adjustments. That's not possible yet with the computer, and realistically, I don't know that it ever will be. That is manual. Like you need to be able to get on the phone with another agent and go, hey, I see you have a model match pending. Can you give me a range? What's it in escrow for? Like a computer doesn't do that. It can't do that. It doesn't have the data that people have. So I need to be able to get to which properties do I do the deep dives on? And so I created an artificial intelligence software, which basically just uses computer vision to rank which properties look just solely based on the picture like they would fit the criteria of selling below market value. Remember, I was a real estate broker, and I'm still a broker for over 10 years. And I know what properties are going to sell for market value, which are going to sell for above market value, and which are going to sell below market value. So if I have an app that says, here are all the listings that look like they would sell for below market value, now I only have to look at like 10% of the listings that actually hit the market. I mean, I'll probably still look at the other ones, but at least this filters these to the top. And then I could do an analysis on those rather than wasting my time on the other 90%. And I can also train people to use this app and I'm not wasting their time. So it just compounds the benefit of this.
This is really incredibly interesting. So I think I watched your explainer video a week ago. You are taking the literal picture of the house, if it has crappy floors or brand new wooden floors, and running it through an artificial intelligence algorithm, which at the end of the day is a fancy word for just compiling a ton of data and trying to make some predictions about it. And that's going to give you the most efficient and effective results for you to even then call up the realtor because you've got this filtering process. Do you see other companies doing this stuff, or is this an idea that you've had for a while of looking at the picture versus a trillion variables that don't really matter?
I don't think other companies even understand what a wedge deal is. I don't think companies understand that you can buy a property below market value and you don't have to flip it, that you could rent it out and do a rental grade remodel. And so I'm not really worried about the competition. People have been talking about competition to me for 12, 13 years since I became a real estate agent. They're like, oh, why would you become an agent? And it's like, it was easy mode. It was easy mode to find deals because there's so many deals. I mean, when you have companies like Invitation Homes, where they have, acquisition managers getting paid $30,000 a year. I don't know exactly what they're getting paid, but they're, in my opinion, well underpaid. And they're just buying properties at market value because you could see these closings. Or you look at their rental listings and you're like, really? You're trying to rent that dump out? And they don't even do any kind of remodeling. They don't even paint the kitchen cabinets. They're just renting out old 80s properties as is. You're just like, well, no wonder your tenants are pissed. You guys just don't even do anything. You're a terrible landlord. I mean, again, that's just my opinion. So I just think there's so much room for improvement. And that's what makes me so excited about House Hack.
Interesting. It makes a lot of sense to me as well. And I think like in the context of competition, being able to have something that you think having a secret that you think the rest of the world doesn't get is definitely a competitive advantage. What's also a competitive advantage is having 2 million people that care about you, that have given you $17 million of their hard-earned money to go chase your dream, as you have said. And you've been explicit that this dream could result in an IPO. Can you do you see a company like this IPOing? Given like it's not like necessarily a tech company yet, it's more of a real estate play. It's not really a REIT. Like, do you actually see a path to taking this public and really making it big?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. I mean, we'll raise as much money as possible. We'll deploy it. We'll refinance and we'll repeat the process. In the meantime, we'll create as much cash flow as we can from rents and short-term rentals. And we might then offer a dividend. And I think we'll be actually a very attractive product for people who want diversity away from some of the other sectors. We're not a consumer discretionary. We're not
Yep.
tech. We're a
Yep.
staple. We're rent. We're shelter. Like it's something that people need in their portfolio. So I'm not, trying to say, hey, we're going to get you better returns than Tesla or Apple or whatever. I'm just saying this is a diversified opportunity. It might do well. It might not.
Right. No, that's amazing to see someone who started as a real estate broker, went from YouTube to take a company public. I mean, that would just be absolutely insane to see.